All right, yo, we back with another video. So as you know, YouTube's already been out for some days now, and of course we had to kind of wait a little bit before the map event actually released the other part, which would have and contain the score attack boss, I guess you can call it, right? So today I figured we might as well just do the score attack boss, as the boss is weak to red. I was kind of doing some areas to see where I can test them at. Of course, I did a video already previously on, some things that I could use them on, but there really isn't a lot currently on the global side. So we are going to just be doing the score challenge. I haven't attempted it yet, so this is going to actually be my first run, right? And then we're going to see how high we can get. So 10 million is going to be the required amount to obtain absolutely everything. The one that you're going to be wanting the most, at least if you can, is 5 million points, right? So you could at least get this. But obviously in my case, I'm going to be trying to aim for 10 million. Now, like I said before, the boss is weak to red. I'm going to have every assist practically from the map event, so we're going to be at our peak. Required CP is going to be 51k. This is going to be my team setup, so we're going to have Yaga for buffing, Nanami as well for buffing. We're going to be using the Unity memories, that way we can get our ults a lot faster, and then we're going to be using Wasp, that way we can increase our damage dealt a little bit more. It's not a crazy amount, but it's better than nothing. And then Domain Megami to debuff the enemy, as well as the memory to provide ult gauge charge for him. Using, of course, the Panda EX1 will provide you the ult gauge a lot faster and a lot sooner, so that might be better in this situation, but I am going to be using it here with this memory instead, right? And then we have Yuta. Naturally, my Yuta is going to be 5 dupes, and he is going to have the non-standard memory which is also 5 dupes. My skill levels is going to roughly be level 10 on my ult, and then the rest aren't going to really matter too much. But as you can see, skill 1 is at level 8, and then skill 3 is also at level 8. Now, yeah, these are they max. So this is basically what a max Yuta can do, and we're just going to get right into it. We're not going to bring any backup because we're not going to need it. All right, so super simple. We're going to be stalling the initial turns. We're not going to go too crazy. We're just going to be using the memory Unity whenever we can, of course. Then from there on out, we are going to be using the buffs when our Domain Megami has his ult, right? So we're just going to attack here. We're going to be using as much of our cursed energy as possible. So skill 3. Yuta doesn't really matter too much. You can use any of your skills. For me, I'm just going to use the skill 1. It doesn't really matter too much. In fact, I'll just use the skill 3. It's not that big of a deal. Attack normally again. Attack normally again. Use our skill 3 to drain as much cursed energy as possible so our Megami can, charge faster. Then we're going to use skill 3 of Yuta again. Now, we're not trying to go too crazy because we do want to use the Domain Megami's ult on the boss to actually kill the boss. So we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing this, and I guess here we could just go like that, right? Okay. All right, so now we get the heal. We're going to get our charge already. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to buff with Yaga, buff with Nanami, then use Domain Expansion. Now, we don't necessarily need the lower crit resistance. We could just always do it on the first and second turn of the Domain, and then on the final turn. So, I mean, I guess right here we'll just normal attack. All right, boss is down. And here we go. So now we're going to buff again. We're going to buff again. We're going to skill 1 with Megami. Then we're going to debuff with the skill 2 of Yuta. All right, we'll do it again. Right, so then we'll buff. Don't forget to use the memory with Nanami. I mean, that's what I'm going to be doing right now. And then, of course, debuff one more time with Domain Megami, and then use the non-standard alongside Yuta's ult, and we should do a ton of damage. That should be 4 stacks of buffs, and on top of that, the 3 stacks of debuffs on the enemy. So we got about almost 13 million damage right there. Not bad. And that was without a combined ult. Of course, I wasn't going to use the combined ult because I want to get as much buffs and debuffs as possible, so there wasn't really any room to use it. We're just going to stay buffing. We could charge a little bit. Use our third skill so that way we can try to get below to see if we can manage to get our ult again. And then here we will just be using our second skill. All right, buff again, buff again. Third skill. Third skill. Buff, buff, ult, and then normal attack. Now, I probably could have got a little bit more damage if I decided to stall a little bit more for Megami's ult and do it at the very last little bit. But, I mean, I'm content with about, what, 18 million. For me, that's completely fine. I'm not really going to go too crazy over it. 18 million is still a good score overall. If I try to min-max everything, I could probably reach at least a little bit, like 22, 23 mil. But for now, this is completely fine. High score, high damage, as you saw, 13 million with Yuta. Crazy amounts of damage. Keep in mind, obviously, the boss was broken, and I did use practically 2 buffers and like one of the best debuffers in the game. But overall, crazy amounts of damage with Yuta on this score event boss. He absolutely obliterates this. Just having Yuta and at least Nanami or even Yaga, you should be able to do this, score boss very easily without any worries and achieving 5 million points at least, right? But yeah, anyways, that's basically going to be the end of the video. I appreciate you guys for watching, but that's going to be the score attack boss. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.